go. Go. Ready, go. Go. Yeah, so first of all, it's a fairly arm-driven swing. The reason why I asked you whether you played baseball before was basically your swing reminds me of baseball swing. Again. So your club only goes about this much.
Right.
And then your arms are here. And from here, you're just using your muscles to hit the ball. Okay? And then this is the down the line view. The posture is good. You know, the forward lean and all these are pretty good here. So your spine alignment and club alignment, these are quite good. So basically what's happening is in your swing, you are lifting your arm and club about here, and then try to hit the ball with your muscles. And then it tends to go a bit backward here. From here, you have to slide your body to bring this down. Okay. So it's hard to use your lower body in this situation here. So we'll need to engage your lower body more. This is always a repeating problem, but modern golf swing is too much upper body driven.
Yeah, okay.
And you need to engage your lower body more. And particularly, you have to use the mobility allowed in the shoulders and also wrist. Instead of bringing about only this much and try to hit the ball with the muscles, try to increase the range of motion a bit more and also use the range of motion of the wrist as well.
Okay.
So then swing will become easier. And you will be able to also generate more speed.
That's the goal.
Yeah. So what's your typical issues in your swing?
Low left. If I miss it, everything is left.
So when you try to use your muscles, and you tend to drag it, pull it, so that it can be. But today's impact is more going this way. Yeah. So those impacts were really good.
Okay.
And also, once you start using your muscles a lot, then you also use your body. And particularly in your case, because the hands are going back here, you have to make this room. So when you slide, then it's easy to add your body motion.
I just thought I wasn't flexible enough to get it to...
Flexibility depends on how well you use the joints. But if you just chose to use your muscles more, then we have room for more range of motion. Okay. But if it's because of your limited range of motion, then we have to work with what you currently have.
Okay.
So, but we have to see. Okay, so let's start with the kettlebell first. So use a similar body posture. Okay, yeah. Currently, your body posture is really good. And then now, when you swing this back and forth, lock this here. So think that the whole upper body is a single unit. Turn everything together by using the muscles in this area here. So turn everything together. So that will eliminate the arm action here. Yeah. So you are turning the whole upper body as one unit using the leg muscles. Yes, already. This is good. This is good. Swing, swing, swing. So, okay, good. So when you have to turn everything as one unit, okay, then you cannot use the arms here, right? Then you have to use these muscles. And in order to use these muscles and then turn everything, then you have to actively use your pelvis here. So you have to move your pelvis right and left. With that, you will be able to turn everything into one unit. Okay, so rhythmic swing. And also in doing that, if you feel a little bit of up and down feel, up and down motion, that gives you good rhythmic motion. Yes. And then as if you're dancing, right? Golf is a dancing movement. Yes, this is very good. And then instead of using your arms, just use the core muscles to turn everything as one unit. Yes. So good, very good. So this is to engage these muscles and then start using the lower body instead of using the arms.
Got it. Okay.
Now, so let's give a structure to this. So as you swing, 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 I will say 1, 2, 3, and swing. So after 3, give good wind up, and then throw the ball. Okay. Swing, swing, swing. 1, 2, 3, and throw.
I didn't get it. Let me do it again.
Yeah. And then also when you do this again, make sure that you engage these muscles more, not the arm muscles. Okay.
Okay.
So pretty much the whole upper body is one unit. So this later we'll have to use the mobility allowed in the shoulders, but currently what we're practicing is engaging the lower body muscles. Now, when I say 1, 2, 3, and then increase the amplitude, and finally after 3, boom. Okay. Swing, swing, swing. 1, 2, 3, and swing. Yes, that's the idea. Now, it looks really good. So let me record this. Again, the same idea. Swing, 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 swing. 1, 2, 3, and let it go. Swing, swing. 1, 2, 3, and let it go. Yeah. So this way, you will be able to naturally engage your lower body muscles more, and particularly the muscles in the core area. So instead of using the arms. Okay. Very good. So then let's go to the rope swing. Swing the rope back and forth continuously and see how it goes. And remember what you just did with the kettlebell. Again, in general, you have to turn the upper body using these muscles here. Okay. So still, the upper body is kind of one unit, but then later you will have to add the arm motion. But okay, so go ahead, swing back and forth. Try to engage the core muscles and then use the pelvis more. Oh, this is really good. Good, good, good. Mm-hmm. Yep. Swing, 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 swing. 1, 2, 3, and let it go. Swing. 1, 2, 3, and let it go. Yes. So now you're engaging your lower body a lot better now.
Really?
Yeah. Why didn't you do this from the beginning?
I thought I was.
You're using your arms quite a bit. Of course, when you try to use your arms, quite a bit, then at least your lower body has to support it.
Okay.
But now we are using the lower body more actively. So it's like imagine when you make a free throw shot. Mm-hmm. If the body and the arms are all going differently, then this doesn't work, right? So at least you have to have a good foundation here. Mm-hmm. And if you're strong enough, then you will be able to just use the arms. Mm-hmm. But if you add your leg motion beforehand, and then raise the body and then let it go, then you can make it a lot easier. And also, particularly if you have to throw the ball far away, right. Then just using the arms versus using the lower body, it makes a big difference. Right. So when we try to increase the speed, then you have to engage the lower body more actively. So let me record this again. Okay, go ahead. Swing. Try to use the core muscles. Swing, 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 swing. Now 1, 2, 3, and swing. Swing, swing, swing. Now 1, 2, 3, and swing. Yeah, so the key after 3 is you have good wind up. Okay. So, but yeah, your rope swing. Now you are doing the kettlebell swing, rope swing similarly. So that means you are using your lower body quite well. Then let's go to the club swing. Okay. This time, let's pretend that this is a rope. And then relax your wrist and then the arms. Again, still the main thing is turning the body with the core muscles and the legs, okay? Just a swing back and forth as if it is a rope. Without fighting it, just let it go all the way, let it go all the way, swing, and then try to use, engage these muscles. Oh, here. Let's first choke up the club a little bit and make it a bit shorter. And then swing back and forth. It'll be a bit easier. Swing, swing. Instead of using the arms, try to use the core muscles and then dance, dance, swing, 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 swing. 1, 2, 3, and swing. Okay. Now the tempo is a bit too high. Okay. So let's make it a bit slower, but then let's increase the magnitude of the motion. Okay. So make the motion a bit bigger while slowing down this a little bit. Okay. Just again, choke up a little bit. Yeah. And then try to make it a bit slower, and then use the body more. And then, particularly in the backswing, try to increase the range of motion a bit more. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can go further. Yes, that's good. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So in your image, try to bring the club to the horizontal position. Mm. So still it's slightly less than that, but in your image, that's your goal. Okay, as you continuously move. So in other words, in order to let the club go that far, then you actually have to turn your body like this. Got it. Yeah, but if you only turn about this much, then the arms cannot go that far, right? So you have to at least have about 90-degree turn. Then it'll be easier to achieve that posture. And then your shoulder is actually turned easily toward that 90-degree position. So it's not because you have a limited range of motion, but rather it's just your choice. You chose not to turn the shoulders that much. So let's use a 90-degree shoulder turn, and then bring the club to the horizontal position. Mm-hmm. 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 And then here, relax your arms and wrists so that at impact, you can sort of stretch your lead arm. Okay? So that means you have to let it go instead of try to swing it with your arms. So that means you have to use your wrist. And then because at the end, you can add the wrist motion here. So instead of swinging with the arm in this posture, extend this and then let the wrist go. Yeah. That way swing becomes easier and then you can have additional speed. So. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. You see now the swing becomes a lot more comfortable here. So instead of using your arm muscles and then try to hit the ball like this, if you let the arms go more straighter here, use the wrist motion, then you will be able to generate a lot more speed, and also the swing becomes easier. And then the main driving force is the lower body and the core muscles. You initiate the turn, and then let the arms and club go. Now let's hold it as normal. So put your hands at the normal grip position, and at the same thing, relax your wrist and the arms. And try to use the core muscles, and then swing back and forth. Yeah. Yeah, you can go a lot farther. So you can actually reach the horizontal position. So let the shoulder turn more, and then give a little bit wrist motion at the end, and do not restrict the club motion. Okay. When you restrict the club motion, then you are losing a lot of speed on the way down. At the top, if the club stays away from your body, then it's hard to generate good speed at the end. So you have to keep it close to your body. Keep the club close to your body, and even on the way down, for a while, you have to keep it close to your body. That's the key forward speed. So we have to use the body more efficiently, right? And then for that, one key aspect is keeping the club closer to your body. So don't be afraid of dropping the club head this way more. Okay. It is okay, as long as you have good control and timing on the way down. Yes. Yes. Yes, this kind of swing. This kind of swing. So you will probably feel a bit more, unstable, because you are accustomed to a muscle-driven swing. So about here, you didn't use your wrist cock much, and then from here try to hit the ball with the strength. But now, as you add more motion, and particularly the wrist motion, this is not something you are used to, right? But actually, otherwise you will not be able to increase the speed you want. Right. And currently the flow is really good. So again, let me record this. Swing back and forth. So relax your wrist and then arms, and then really drive everything with your lower body action, and then swing back and forth. Go ahead. Go ahead. Swing, 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 swing. 1, 2, 3, and let it go. Swing, swing, swing. 1, 2, 3, and let it go. Yeah. So it was good. It was good. So let's take a look at. No, I think this is good. So you are using now the range of motion well. Okay. There are ways to increase the speed. One is putting more effort. Another one is using more range of motion. But obviously, when you use more range of motion without putting additional effort, you will be able to have a longer time for acceleration. So by the time your club head reaches the ball, you will have higher club speed, right? Right. So using the range of motion is important. And then you're strong, but what you're lacking is the range of motion. So by adding more range of motion, you have more time to accelerate. If you look at all the great pitchers, they have a really wide range of motion. With that, they will actually accelerate the ball. Right. If they use a short, narrow range of motion, they cannot. Okay, so those are hitting like 3-digit numbers. They have really wide range of motion. So a longer period to accelerate, and then add the wrist motion at the end. So the range of motion is important. And in that regard,
it felt slow.
Now what we'll do is I will record from this direction. Okay, you don't have to put a lot of effort in the downswing. just to make it reasonably, continuous both ways. And then 1, 2, after 3, have good wind up, and then let it go. Okay. Okay, go ahead. Swing, 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 swing. Use your lower body more. Swing. 1, 2, 3. Good wind up. Let it go. Yes. Swing. 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 Use your lower body more. Swing. 1, 2, 3. Good wind up. Let it go. That speed is very different from your initial speed. The last one.
Right.
Because you're now using additional range of motion here. Look at this. Now the club is going beyond the horizontal. This is good. This is a big enough backswing here.
Wow.
Compared to you see?
Yeah.
So about here, and then you try to pull it in while sliding the pelvis again. This is it's going back here, and then try to go this way. Now, if you look at this flow here, it looks a lot more natural here. Still, you have a tendency of using the arms a little bit here whenever you hold the club, but you have to use the lower body more. So for that, you have to have a good shift of the pelvis this way, shift away and then shift it toward. But now we have the good foundation of the swing. And then let's go to the step drills.
Okay.
We have 3 stages. Stage 1, keep the feet together, and then use the trigger motion. Trigger motion means you're throwing the club this way, here, and then you use the body turn, and then throw this. And then take this step, but it shouldn't be too big. If it's too big, then it's hard to take this step. So from here, and then take small step, and then bring it back. As you are bringing this back, doing the backswing, you will initiate the second step. Second step, and then so second step has to be done before you reach the top position, and then let it go. So you are taking 2 steps, first away and then toward. But here, pay attention to the continuous motion of the club head. Okay? And again, relax your wrist and the arms. Try to use the body and then feel the rhythm. Initially, you don't have to swing that hard, just to feel the flow. Perfect. Very good. Very good. So again, easy, and then relax, and then just let it go. And then increase the backswing by using this momentum here. Okay. So because you are starting the backswing from here, using the momentum, let it go all the way here. So it's always important to have a good image of where you want to end. Gotcha. Although it's not the destination, it's a point you pass through, but if you have a good image of how far you want to go, then from here, you're going to that position here.
Got it.
Yes. Again. Now, in doing this, increase the backswing speed. Make a backswing a lot faster than this. Okay. So instead of putting a lot of effort in the downswing, use only 80% of your effort in the downswing, but rather put more effort in the backswing. So more active backswing here, then automatically your downswing will be good. So you have to increase the backswing speed a lot more. So using the trigger motion from here, have an active backswing using the body. Yes. So when you have, this is okay. You will quickly get used to it. So when you have a fast backswing, automatically you have more wind up here, right? Naturally. Because you're using the momentum here, you will have more wind up. you will also have more time there. So you're ready, and then let it go. So again, increase the backswing speed. Still easy, but increase the backswing speed by using the trigger motion well. Yes. Now the swing becomes very different. Mm-hmm. Yes. So it doesn't matter how strong your muscles are if you don't use the muscles properly. Okay? So only use these muscles. But now you're using the whole body. And then make it more connected. So instead of go here, snapping and snapping, to make it continuous. Still the same idea, but continuous motion. Yes. So when you have a continuous transition to downswing, then you will be able to actually use the backswing as the so-called the counter movement. And that this will give you really good initial condition, because during the backswing, the fast backswing will prepare your body. You will already extend the muscles that you will use in the downswing. So the same muscle will be extended here, and then that muscle will be fired on the way down. So the counter movement or backswing is really important. So the trigger motion is the counter movement of the backswing. The backswing is the counter movement of the downswing. Yeah, that's why we're using the trigger to promote everything. So start with the good trigger, and then active backswing, continuous motion. Yes, this is very good. So that's why I emphasize the importance of the wind-up, because the wind-up is a big portion of the backswing. So when you have good wind-up, you are preparing your body really well. So on the way down, you will be able to use the same muscles and then let it go. So if you want to hit hard on the way down, then you have to have more wind-up, more active wind-up. So that's the idea. Okay, so again. Go ahead, stage one. Yeah, so let me record this. Okay, ready, go. Mm-hmm. Okay, ready, go. Yeah, the interesting thing is that your hands are not going that far back now. So that is already cured.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So you have a really good swing plane right now.
Okay. I wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah, so you don't need to even think about it, because with the momentum here, you have to bring the club here. And then in your image, you want to go this far, right? So as long as you go to that position, who cares whether the hand goes backward or not? It's actually impossible to go back too far.
Oh, okay.
Only when you have a slow backswing, and then arm-driven backswing, then you can do that. But if you have a fast backswing from the trigger position, going here, because of momentum, it will bring the club here instead of going back there. Yeah, so automatically it cures a lot of things. You see? So everything is connected here. Look at this. Yeah, so your swing plane is really good now. And then you have a increased range of motion in the back. So with that, you can actually use these muscles. When you have enough rotation, when you have enough turn here, then you will be able to engage these muscles and then let it go. But if you're about here, then it's hard to use these muscles, so you have to use these muscles a lot. When you use the arms early, then it's hard to also engage your lower body muscles. But only when you have enough turn and then start the downswing with the body and then let it go, then you can easily use your legs. So this is really good. This is stage one. Stage two, So widen stance a little bit. So you will only take a small step this way here. So eliminate the first step, only take this step. But still the same thing, trigger, and bring it back. But you're only taking step toward the target. But that's okay. So now that means that you are used to the steps. Yeah. This is actually a good thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the backswing is a bit snappy. You're pulling it quickly. But by using the body turn here and using the body turn, bring it back and make it continuous and then let it go. So instead of quickly pulling it. So it's important to make a continuous motion. The whole motion is a one-piece motion, continuous motion. So in order to have a smooth backswing, fast but smooth backswing, you have to use the body to bring this back. Yes, you are really impressing me. So after the trigger motion, by using the body, bring it back here, and then let it go. Then you can make it more continuous. When you have a snappy motion here, then a burst of motion here, a burst of motion here. But when you have a body-driven continuous motion here, now you're ready here. This is the way. Yeah. So again, stage 2. Yeah, now the swing is very different from your initial swing. You're moving your body very differently. So Ingrid made the right decision to contact me.
Appreciate her.
Yeah, you have a good wife. Okay, again, stage 2. Mm-hmm. Okay, now let me record stage 2. Okay, ready, go. As you are getting more used to this rhythm, then you will see really positive changes. Yeah, and then you are now into this K grandiose rhythm. So, okay, ready, go. Let's make the backswing a bit faster. Again, remember, all you need to do is a continuous but fast backswing. The fast backswing will give you everything you need in the downswing. So instead of putting a lot of effort in the downswing, just to make make backswing as rigorous as possible. Okay, ready, go. Yes, go. Yes. So when you have fast backswing, automatically you have more wind up because of the momentum. When you try to move the body, turn the body quickly, then obviously it will give you more turn here. So you don't have to intentionally try to increase the turn. Okay. This action here, from here, turn and then going into the downswing. Okay. So if you look at the last one here, look at this. It's coming back and then let it go. The previous one, it was a lot slower. Yeah. So make sure you have fast enough backswing that you can handle. So you will feel somewhat uncomfortable when you have a faster backswing. However, that's okay. As long as it's not coming from your arm action. If you have a faster backswing with the arm action here, then the club is moving quite a bit here, and you feel really unstable. But if it's coming from your body motion here, you're reaching this position here and then let it go, you have good control, then actually fast backswing will do a lot of positive things to you.
So that time my club didn't go across like that?
Not much now. not much now.
Okay.
So, because when you use your body turn and then bring the club here, then you have a less crossover position.
So my crossover's okay.
Yeah. When you use your arm a lot, then naturally it will go this way. So again, during the backswing, have best body-driven backswing. Now let's go to stage 3. This is really good. Stage 3, use your regular stance. Okay, no step, but still use the trigger motion. Yes. So really the speed in the downswing is coming from the wind-up and then your preparation during the backswing again. So one way to make it more continuous is instead of thinking you are pulling this in, rather you push it that way, and bring it down, shallow this and then push it that way, and then shallow and then push it that way. So try to think you are pushing the club both ways instead of pulling it in. So yeah, try to feel that. So instead of pulling it in, try to push it out. Yeah. And then when you try to push out, then it's easier to use your wrist.
Yeah.
So add the wrist motion at the end. Yes. Now it's less snappy. So always have the feel of push out this way, and then push out this way, and then shallow and push out that way.
Yeah.
So initial motion, instead of try to pull it in and pull it in,
That's one thing.
shallow and push out. That way, when you try to push out, we will be able to use the lead leg a lot better. Because in order to push, then you have to push the ground with the lead leg, and also add the wrist motion. Okay, so stage 3 again. Yes. So now on the way down, we see a very different speed here, and also you're engaging your lead leg more. And one thing, in terms of the grip, your current body position, all these are really good. And then the way the arms are aligned. The only thing is how you hold the club. If you look at the right hand, is holding the club like this, okay?
Okay.
As if you're holding a baseball bat. If you lengthen the leverage of the index finger here, then here you will feel a lot more stable. Overall, you will be able to control the club motion with the extended leverage from the index finger. So this is something you need to practice, okay? So in this position, instead of holding it like this, if you hold it like this, it's easier to work with the club. You will feel more stable. So that's something you want to try. But just give it a try and see if you can do it today. Yeah, so extend the index finger a little bit, yes. And again, push out, push out, push out. Yes. So that grip is quite common in different sports, even tennis. In tennis, instead of holding the racket like this, you're holding it like this.
Got it.
And then hit the ball, backhand, forehand, like this. Look at the index finger position, always holding it like that.
Got it.
If you hold it here, then you may feel, your hands, the grip is stronger, but actually you lose the leverage.
I'm feeling it slip at the top.
Yeah, when you are holding it this way, then it's a bit difficult to control here. When you are using the thumb and the index finger, holding it like this, it's easier to control. Again, push out, push out, push out. So this time when you hit the ground, that means you pulled it down.
On the downswing?
Yeah, so that's why you hit the mat. So on the way down, go up here, and then when you bring this down, shift it that way slightly, and then bring it back, and then more pushing out instead of dropping it. Yeah. Stage 3. Yes. So really, the whole goal of the trigger motion is letting you to bring the club here, from here, bring it nicely, and then going into this downswing. So this is not the goal of the backswing. Go here, and in order to use the backswing as the counter movement for the downswing, then from here, bring the club up here and ready, and then let it go. That's the goal, right? So then no need to emphasize the downswing by pulling it hard, by snapping it hard. So you want to create a continuous motion from the backswing, continuous transition from backswing to downswing, right? Like that, yeah. Now make it a bit faster. Still, you have to make the backswing motion faster, but using that kind of a continuous, smooth motion. Yes. So that way, in order to do that, you have to really shift the body this way. Yeah. When you just snap it, it's easy because you go here, snap it without moving that much. This is okay. But when you try to come up with the continuous motion, go here, and then by moving the body first, and then bring it up here. So you have to shift the body away more. Yeah, that was really good just a moment ago. Yeah. Yeah. So when you start the backswing, now the initial shift is really good. On the way down, the same thing here. So from here, instead of just stop here and then try to go down, from this shift motion, you will be able to shift that way a bit more and then let it go. So when you have good shift motion away from the target, then you can also have good recentering motion. So try to shift the body both ways, okay? Because you have a wide stance, so you will be able to control that, no problem. So let your body move left or right as much as possible. Yeah, like that. So before you start the downswing turn, you will have that recentering motion, okay? So now, again, so you have a good shift motion. In order to make a continuous smooth motion, that you are now shifting more. That's good. This is a shift, and then you bring this up, right? Shift and bring. As you bring this up, you can now recenter while you are still going through the backswing. So recenter, and then when your body shifts enough, then you can turn around the left leg and push the ground. Yes. Now you are using your body more and more.
Feel like I'm doing like that.
Yeah, and then again, relax your arms a bit more, and then give wrist motion. No need to swing hard with the arms. You don't need to lock the arm joints and then try to swing hard. Let it go. Remember, shallow and the throw. Shallow and push out. So on the way down, so when you have good wind up, on the way down, shallow and push out. Yeah. Now let me record this. Okay, ready, go. Go. This time the backswing is a bit short.
I felt it because I was.
Now keep more wind up. Ready, go. Always a good way to put this in perspective is comparing it with your initial swing.
I see that. I see a difference.
Yeah, now with the rhythm here. So it's a lot more rhythmic.
Right, right.
So this is the idea. You have to use the whole body and develop rhythm. Okay? The only thing is that you are posing at the top too much. So you're not really connecting the backswing into downswing.
I'm posing on the backswing too
At
hard.
the top, you're posing. Somebody is posing. So instead of go here and then stop, okay, and then try to go down, your body has to continuously move in the transition phase. Okay. So this is when you can actually activate your body, lower body. So during the transition, instead of go up and then stop here and then try to go down, go up and then you see, I'm lowering left side here and then let it go. So the body has to continuously move. So make it continuous, smooth and continuous. That's better, that's better. Now, although you're having time up there, but your body is continuously moving. Yes. And then keep a bit more turn. So the club is now going about this much. So let the club go a bit more to the horizontal position. So image that. So when you add this one here, then you tend to stop. So go to this position by turning the shoulder a bit more. You can do that. Yeah, it looks like when you have a club less than horizontal, then the body motion is continuous. But when you try to add the more club motion, then you tend to stop the body. But it has to be coming from continuous shoulder turn and then let it go. So imagine this. Your shoulder never stops. So initial shift, and then shoulder turns, right? As the shoulder is turning, and then when you initiate the recentering motion, the shoulder is still turning this way, and then going this way. So as you recenter, still imagine your shoulder is turning in the backward direction.
Yeah.
Then you will never stop the shoulder turn.
Okay.
Continuous shoulder turn, wind up, and then coming down. So let's practice this without the club. Okay. So fold your arms, and then from the trick position, then you're going into the backswing, and then when you shift, still turning, and then let it go. Yeah, so it's continuous motion here. Yes, that's it. When you can do it, and then you will hit like not Tiger Woods, but like Rory McIlroy. Do people tell you that you look like a Tiger Woods?
No.
No, when I saw your initial video clip, I thought you were a Tiger Woods.
Oh. I wish I hit like that.
Now your swing is getting close to. So. Yes. I like it. So now your body never stops.
Yeah.
You have good continuous turn and then let it go. So in order to make that, your body is always working, working with the ground. Very good, very good. Again. Then as you do that, you can really use these muscles. Yeah, so now kill it. So bomb it. Okay? So having good wind up, using the wind up on the way down, you are letting it go. Okay? And now you can self-diagnose. So, yes, very good, very good. So that kind of flow. Okay. Now, let me record this. So, your swing is evolving now, although it's only about an hour, but really your swing is evolving. Okay, continuous transition. Okay, ready, go. Go. Ready, go. Yeah, your swing. Look at that. So your body is continuously moving now. Whoa. It's flowing, right? Again, I have to. It's called the psychological torturing here. God. I love it. Look at this. So with all these big muscles here, but you're not using the muscles that well, only using this. So going about here, try to hit the ball with the arms here. But now, by adding the body motion, the whole body is working together now. Oh. Yeah? Particularly, you added more range of motion in the shoulder. So, it turned out that you are not really limited in terms of range of motion. You just chose not to use it, okay? Just relying on the arm muscles. But now you're turning your shoulders a lot more. So swing looks a lot easier because everything is just flowing. Then you can really use your arms. Yeah. So now, as you do this, let's use your arms. There's nothing wrong with using your arms. So, but the only thing is that during the backswing, add your arm action at the end, arm and wrist action at the end, and also on the way down, use the arm and wrist at the end. Okay, as long as you don't start the turn with the arm motion, then it's okay. And then we can certainly add more arm action. So now on the way down, as you throw, as you shallow and then push out, use your wrist and then let it go. Yeah, so let's intentionally use your wrist more actively. Yes, look at that. Yes. So we're talking about very different speed now. So it's okay to add your wrist action toward the end. So from here, a little bit of wrist action at the end of the trigger motion, this is okay. And also during the backswing, wrist action at the end, that will give more club motion, right? Here, the only thing you need to avoid is starting the downswing with the wrist, then it will be casting action. But as long as you add the wrist motion at the end here, and also on the way down, add the wrist motion at the end. So as long as you have the idea of shallow and push out. So shallow and push out, shallow and push out, and then come here, shallow and push out, then you will always use your wrist at the end. No problem.
Using my wrist, my right hand is more like that.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah. So give good wrist action, then you will add additional speed. So what happens is as you use the wrist later in the downswing, it will slow down the body, particularly the arms, and then but the club will continuously accelerate.
Got it.
Okay, so the idea is you will slow down the body while continuously accelerate the club. So because of that, when you use your wrist really well, then at the end you'll have a lot more stable finish position because your body does not have to turn that fast. So both ways, add the wrist motion toward the end. Oh, that's it, that's it. So now the overall flow is a lot better. And then, so what you need to diligently work on the range is to deliver the club head where the ball is.
Right.
So impact control is what's left. And then indoors here, without the simulator and everything, it's hard to work on that. But you have to certainly work on that aspect. Okay. But right now, your flow and your ability to generate speed, that's really good. Again, stage 3. And as you repeat the stage 3, try to make it your natural movement. Okay, then when we move on to the normal swing, you will be able to take advantage of that. Yes. So now, whether I say it or not, you're using your body automatically. And then the timing is really good, right? So let me record this one more time. Add your wrist motion. Okay, ready, go. Go. Ready, go. That's okay, that's okay. So you only have done this for about an hour.
Yeah.
But if you repeat the step drills a lot, then you will see that, you can just do it without even thinking. Okay? So no need to worry about it. Yeah, look at the whole flow. So you're not really trying to fight anything. So let it go, and then the timing is also really good. So in your case, because you have strong arms, even if you use your arms quite a bit, that's okay, as long as you have good flow and that you engage your body. It could be your advantage, actually. Yeah, so look at this.
I like that one.
Yeah, so this is stage 3, and then we need to move on to your regular swing, right? Without the trigger. So what we'll do from now on is always repeat stage 3 and your regular swing. Okay. So stage 3 first, and then your regular swing. And then, so the purpose of this is use stage 3 as your pre-shot routine. And with that, you will feel the overall flow and the rhythm, and then try to use that rhythm in your normal swing. So stage 3 first, and then your regular swing. Yeah. Now. Very good, very good. So in your case, you're already taking advantage to a certain extent. Okay, let me watch from this direction. Again, stage 3 and your regular swing. But remember, no stop here. Make it continuous. So in the regular swing, make sure you start the backswing with the shift first. Good shift here, and then push out. Push out to this position, and then you should have some recentering motion here, and then again, shallow and push out. Whoa! No, that's very good. So really, yeah, it's very good.
Okay.
So although in the regular swing, if you use your wrist more on the way down, then you will have a more stable position.
Okay.
But in your regular swing, you are using your body a lot better now. Okay. So that's good. So just then we just need to repeat this several times. Okay, stage 3 and the regular swing. So now this is your homework to figure out how to smoothly go from stage 3 to regular swing. Yeah. Oh, your regular swing now you are adding a lot of speed there. Oh, you are building confidence. I can see that. Yeah, you are building confidence. I can see that.
Yeah, I figured out how to take it away.
Again, stage 3 and regular swing.
Hi.
Go for it. Again. Yeah, so as you repeat this more and more, you will build more confidence.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see that. So again. Oh, now we're talking about very different speed. Oh, very good, very good, very good. And then as you swing, in the regular swing, instead of trying to turn the body all the way here, make sure you throw the arms. Throw the arms and the club. Then it will slow down the body. So add the more active arm motion toward the end in the downswing. Yes. So when you add arm motion, and then really let the club head go. Club head will build momentum on the way down, and then just using the momentum of the club head, you just hit the ball instead of forcing the club motion with your body turn, right? So all you need to do is just add the arm motion here, and then let it go while slowing down your body. Okay. Now let me record this. Stage 3 and your regular swing. Ready, go. Go. Very good. Again, stage 3 and the regular swing. Ready, go. Go. Impressive. So now you're moving the body, and it looks a lot more comfortable now. And look at your regular swing. Ooh. Ooh. Stage 3. Boom. Look at this. So as a result,
Oh no.
listen, it's very different.
The difference, yeah.
Yeah. So you have to watch the video all the time, and this is the difference there. Okay, and then when something is not right, then always watch the video and what you did right in this session,
Right.
and how your swing has evolved.
Right.
Now let's try to hit some balls here.
Okay.
So this time, again, we'll use stage 3 as your pre-shot routine, and then you actually hit the ball in the regular swing. Okay? So still maintain the rhythm, but now because we have the ball here, so you have to deliver the club head properly.
Okay.
And then no worry about the speed, because the speed automatically comes. You already developed a good speed. So speed is not a problem. The club head delivery. So use stage 3 as your pre-shot routine. Feel the flow. And then approach it to the ball. Oh, it hit me. I think this is a bit too far. So let's move this slightly this way. That was good. Again. So as long as you don't have any problem with the clever delivery, then that's it. You already developed a good movement pattern here. So stage 3 first, and then Whoa, yeah. Man, you're bombing. You're bombing. Very good. So I will record this.
Okay. If I reach my goal.
What's your goal?
I've always, anytime I got tested, it was always 104. I always want to be like 115.
115. With the confidence building, and then you start bombing, I think it's achievable. Okay, so let me first record this. So stage 3 and the regular swing. Ready, go. Go. Oh, look at the impact sound. Yeah, currently your impact control is really good. Okay, stage 3 and the regular. Ready, go. Go. Oh, it hit me. Yeah, so the impact control is really good. Again, don't worry about the speed. Just to do what you have done so far. Yeah. Again, stage 3 and your regular swing.
Ah.
110, all right. Already you hit 110. Yeah, good rhythmic motion there. And a good wind up, and then let it go. Whew. So what was it?
109.
Yeah, so you have 109, 110 easily.
Yeah.
So it's at least like a 6 miles per hour increase. But it really depends on how much confidence you build.
Right.
And then start adding the wrist motion more, and then let it really go. So currently still you are getting into this rhythm.
Yeah.
Well, once you feel more comfortable, then you will be able to really swing hard and let it go. But for that, the key is good wind up. Always when you try to increase the speed, then try to increase the wind up more. Emphasize the wind up more.
Start it right here.
And then push that, and then, okay, let's just try one more. This time, try to have a faster backswing. Faster backswing. Don't worry about on the way down. Downswing, just use about 80% of your effort. Okay. Do not try to put a lot of effort in the downswing, but rather have a faster backswing and good wind up. That will give you good wind up automatically when you have a faster backswing.
Another.
111. Yep. Yeah, so this is it. This is it. So you already achieved about 7 miles per hour higher speed.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see the 115 in the future.
Yeah, you can easily reach 115, I think,
Yeah.
when you really let the arms go. Still, it's, the arm is a bit stiff, and then you try to use the muscles. But when you really let it go, and then
Yeah. Just.
yeah. So it's a matter of just to have good wind up, and from here, trust and just let it go.
Got it.
Then you can easily reach 115.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Appreciate you, sir.
And your session went really well.
Thank you.
And initially, when I saw your swing, oh no, he's all arm driven.
You thought it was going to be a tough session?
Yeah, because usually at the group, the hardest group is those who have really strong arms, and then do not engage the lower body. But when you use the kettlebell, oh, this is not the case.
Right.
Because you are really turning the whole body using the lower body. So,
Yeah.
and then your body posture is really good
Yeah.
at setup.
Okay.
The angle of the spine, so you are not really lifting your body up, so you don't have an extension problem. So all you need to do is just increase the range of motion a bit more, and then just let it go.
Got it. And my stance width is not too big?
Oh no, it's perfect. I don't see any issues. The only thing is the grip, the way you are holding the club.
Yeah.
Use the index finger and then thumb.
Got it.
Okay, and then this is something you want to experiment.
Now a couple years ago, I had a lesson. He said I was steep on a downswing.
No, I don't see that.
Okay. Okay.
Although you have a little bit of crossover, that's because of it's the extension of this plane here, so it's not a problem.
Okay.
If you go here by lifting the elbow, then it's a problem. But you just continue turning this way, then obviously
It's gonna go
the head to go that way. So
Okay.
so it's not a problem. Just practice the rhythm more and more,
Okay.
so that you can even do this without even thinking.
So the biggest thing is just here and just
Yeah.
this arm.
Yeah. So keep good wind up, and then from here, when you build the confidence, that what can happen is, when you go good wind up, from here, just let it go.
Got it.
Push and then let it go instead of pulling it.
Right.
From here, push and then throw everything.
Do I need to try to speed up in backswing, or is this okay?
The backswing for you, speeding up a little bit more is good.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So when you practice, try to have a bit faster backswing, more wind up, and from here, slight shallowing, and then just throw the arms in club instead of try to pull it down. So if you use your body too much, then actually it slows down everything. So from here, when you start the downswing with the body and just let the arms in club go with confidence, then you will see a lot more speed.
Yes.
But again, 104 to 111.
Not bad.
This is good
Yes,
accomplishment, actually.
It was worth the trip.
Yeah. All righty.
All right, now.
Perfect.